Morning.
Good morning. We're coming at you live for another episode of Public School Choice at Dallas ISD. Today we're super pumped. We are at Ignite Middle School with Principal Gales. Thank you so much for having us.
So nice to have you here. Welcome to Ignite.
Awesome. Well, can you give us a brief explanation of Ignite while we check out these classrooms, and then we'll hear a little bit more as we walk and talk.
Absolutely. Ignite is founded on one very important core belief, and it's the belief that out of all the resources that we can provide for our scholars, the most important resource in their educational lives is their own potential. And if we can ignite and focus that potential, we believe our kids will be unstoppable. And so our model is career exploration and passion-driven learning. So our goal is for every student to eventually craft a vision for their future and use that vision as the context and motivator for all of their learning. Really, we want every scholar to leave Ignite having a powerful sense of who they are, where they're going, and how they're going to get there.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to talk more about that. But first, can you tell us a little bit about this awesome classroom setup you have here?
Absolutely. So our classroom structure is a blended classroom where kids learn in different modalities. So through project-based learning and blended learning, which includes computer-based learning and direct instruction, which is a little bit more traditional. Our teachers work in teams so that they can support our scholars effectively. And so these two classrooms that are across the hall from each other have these glass garage doors, which can be raised and lowered so that these two math teachers can team together effectively. And kids really move through this kind of flexible open space for their mathematics learning.
Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, let's keep going. Looks like there's a couple more classrooms set up that way.
Absolutely. So science instruction happens similarly. So we have 3 adults that team across this flexible space across the hall from each other as well.
Great. And right now we're heading towards Mr. Allen's classroom project.
Yes, Mr. Allen is our outstanding makerspace and art instructor. He leads a lot of the project-based learning work on our campus. Careful.
Hasn't made it a wall. Okay.
Mr. Allen leads a lot of the project-based learning work on our campus. Here's Mr. Allen right now and a couple of his scholars.
Hi, I'm Mr. Allen, the art teacher here at Ignite Middle School. I'm here with a couple students that are going to tell you about a current sculpture that they're working on. They're making these planar sculptures of influential people that have had a positive impact on society. So they were thinking about that impact that people had on society and imagery that they can come up with, and also thinking about colors that represent just what those people were about. So here's Miranda, and she's going to tell you who she did and the decisions she made about it.
So I got Rosa Parks because I wanted to show that our school has liberty and freedom, and I chose these colors to show that she could accept anyone without whatever color she would like, and well, she's someone I'd admire in my life.
Awesome. Yeah, a great person to admire.
And this is Molly and her sculpture.
I chose Martin Luther King Jr. because he did a speech called I Have a Dream, and that really helped some problems. And I chose those colors because it represents the speech.
Awesome. Another amazing, influential figure you picked. Those wonderful people. Okay, yeah, and like, what about these 3D models right here? What is this about?
So these are chairs that students designed, and every Friday we have a time where students, it's a project-based learning time, and so students were studying marketing and graphic design and chair design, and so they were designing with empathy in mind. So they had a client that they were designing for, and so they had to meet those needs. And then so we started with prototyping, and then students came up with 3D model designs, and then we printed those on our 3D printer.
Awesome. And you guys have a lot of really cool printers here, it sounds like.
We do, yeah. So we have a 3D printer, we have a large format printer, and we're hoping to grow the program more in the future.
Awesome. So students can really like make things come to life. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Great. And now we're going to be going to chat with our PTSA president. Is that right?
That's right. This is Ms. Mary Maddox. our amazing PTSA president.
Awesome. Mary, can you tell us about what do you love about Ignite? What do you love about being a PTSA president?
Well, what I love about Ignite is how much my daughter, Bella, loves Ignite. When she came home after hearing Dr. Gales talk about Ignite the first time at her elementary, she said, "I've got to go to Ignite." And I said, "What is Ignite?" And she said, "It's a new school and I'll finally learn what my superpower is." That's all it took. As PTSA president, we are hoping to aid the school in, things that we can do. We're talking about doing some mural painting in here. We're talking about a book drive. We've had a jeans day. We've had a winter dance. And it was important for me to do this because I wanted to give back. Because I think this environment for learning is excellent. It's great for my kid. And we want to make this as successful as possible.
Awesome. Thank you, Mary, and thank you
You're
for what you're
welcome.
doing
You
here.
bet.
Yeah, so you heard Mary mention Bella discovering her superpower. So that really is the tagline for our school. So we talk to our students about discovering their superpowers. And that's all about them understanding who they are. That's all about them understanding what their vision is for the future and what kind of impact they want to make on the world to make the world a better place. And so as our kids go through various experiences, field trips, guest speakers, different career themed projects, they study those things and we study our scholars to look for that spark of interest, to look for those special and unique talents coming to the surface.
Very cool. I love that. And it looks like we have one of your students right here.
Yeah, so this is our PTSA president's daughter. This is Bella Maddox.
Hi. This is a 3D smaller model of the courtyard out there. We are trying to build an outdoor classroom for the kids to maybe learn, do some games. So we first started thinking about what we wanted to do, and we came up with this 2D sketch on a graphing design paper. And once we did that, we put what we had so far onto vector.com. And after that, we just started to combine the ideas and put it on a 3D model styrofoam. So
Awesome. So it sounds like as a student, you have a lot of say and input into the shaping of your school.
yeah,
What do you think about that?
I like it because you get to think about what you want to do in the future, and you can do all these activities and see if this fits you.
Awesome. And Bella, you're part of the Pioneer class. I don't know what you guys call it here, but it's
Yeah,
all
we-
sixth grade right now.
So we speak about, as adults, that we are part of the original founders, but we also speak about our inaugural class of scholars as the founders of Ignite as well. So Bella is definitely one of our amazing founders.
Awesome. Good work, Bella.
So you heard Bella share a little bit about finding how different things and activities and possible careers fit her. Middle school is an incredibly important time in life. Kids are transitioning from childhood to young adulthood. And so them understanding themselves and where they fit is really important to us. One of the structures we've developed is a house system. And all of our students are included in a smaller community or a smaller house. So our houses, earth, wind, fire, and water, are smaller groups and smaller communities for students. And students are grouped based on some unique traits and talents that they have, so that they have a community of other scholars that understand each other.
Yeah.
And they have a sense of belonging. Also, when we do projects, we diversify those groups. So a student from earth, wind, and fire and water may work together on a project so that they would learn about collaboration
Yeah.
and how diverse skills fit together to make strong teams.
And how different strengths just like really like playing together. I love that. I'm a
Absolutely.
huge fan of StrengthsFinder, so
Wonderful,
love
wonderful.
that.
So you've done it.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, huge
Yep.
fan.
All of our staff has done it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so we try to keep in mind understanding each other as staff,
Mm-hmm.
staff understanding students, and student understanding staff to build a stronger community.
Fantastic. That's
Yep.
great. Awesome. Now we are at the theater department.
Correct. This is, we have a really, really amazing theater program under the leadership of Mr. Jamal Sterling, a well-respected actor here in the Dallas area. Mr. Sterling has recently taken our students to UIL competition. And even though we launched with 6th grade only, which will later become 7th and 8th grade, he had some incredible successes at UIL competition against the intense 7th and 8th grade competition. I'll let him share.
Hello. So took our our 6th graders to go compete against 7th and 8th graders for the district-wide competition, and we had our kids placed at 3rd place. They also won Best Ensemble, and we also won Best Actor with 6th graders, and going up against 7th and 8th graders majority.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
they-
incredible. And now you're actually really involved in community arts. Can you tell us about that
Oh
as
yes,
well?
I've been teaching. I've been teaching for 10 years in the district, and during that time, I've been an actor in the Dallas community. I've been an actor for about 20 years. So I am a company member at Kitchen Dog Theater. I also work for Shakespeare Dallas. So I do a lot of this blends in together with Dallas ISD and the theater community.
Awesome, love it. And I heard a rumor that last year's Shakespeare in the Park you were Othello. Is
Yes,
that right?
I was Othello.
All right, audience. So if you recognize him, that's where it's from.
Yeah, he's outstanding, extremely popular program with the kids. Yep.
Awesome, great work. Thank you
Yep.
so much.
Thank you. Nice
Charlie.
talking.
So we're super passionate about what we do here at Ignite. We work extremely hard to keep a balance of instructional rigor and academic excellence, and at the same time keeping the joy factor and the engagement factor really high. We have an incredible team that's committed to doing that. Not easy, but super exciting to watch our kiddos come alive and just love to come to school every day.
Awesome, love it. And now, if parents, you're watching this and you're like, I want my kid to go here. Parent Info Night. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we have a couple of events coming up. Parents and families are welcome to come for school tours the following 2 Wednesdays. So Wednesday the 23rd and Wednesday the 30th at 9 a.m. we'll have school tours here. And then on the 31st of January, we'll have an evening open house at 5 p.m. here at Ignite. And would love to have folks come out and explore what we do here as they make this incredibly important decision about what is the best fit school for each child.
Great, yeah. Parents, head over to dallasisd.org /your choices, and you're going to be able to apply by January 31st for this awesome choice and other awesome choices we have in the district. And one last thing, we're heading to the music room, it sounds like.
Yeah, this is our modern dance program. We have Mr. Hera, who is one of the national presenters for the Little Kids Rock organization, and he brings his talents around singing and instrumentation, but as well musical technology. He is designing a fully equipped recording studio for our students here, and so students explore music and musical technology like studio recording and engineering.
I just want to remind everyone, this is middle school. A recording studio in middle school. That is insane.
It is super exciting. As we talked about theater, like this program is incredibly exciting. What I love about this program is that the first day of school, regardless of a student's background, they are playing songs and strumming instruments and composing songs, and already they have surpassed me in their understanding of how this musical and recording technology works. Really, really amazing program, and yeah, and we got some amazing kids in here to share a little bit with
Let's
us.
go check it out. Hey, Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell us a little bit, what do you like about Ignite?
Well, I like that we can kind of choose our own path, and I like all the teachers too, and that we can like I really like math and science, and when I grow up, I want to be a robotics engineer, so I can follow that path, and it's really fun.
Fantastic. And so you're involved in not only music here, but robotics.
Yeah, it's one of the clubs. It is really fun.
Great. Awesome. And over here we have Robert. Hey, Robert.
Hey.
Can you tell us, what do you like about Ignite?
I like things that I like about Ignite is this. And the other thing that I like about Ignite is clubs also, because we get to use those, and we're like learning and how to use those, and it's very cool.
Awesome. Well, can you guys play us out this episode?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2,
All right, we're going to see you guys next time for another episode of Public School Choice at Dallas ISD.
Hey, please come and visit Ignite Middle School, where all of our scholars are discovering their superpowers.